Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, there is a man called Seamus Logan. He's an MP, SNP MP for Aberdeen North and Moray East. And he's an idiot. We've come across him before. And he opens his mouth and he just says the most stupid things. And, every time he opens his mouth, he just confirms what a Burke he is, really. He has accused Ofcom of basically not caring about Scotland. And they probably don't, because they've got other fish to fry. They're more concerned about GB News at the moment. But he said an independent Scotland would ensure that STV jobs wouldn't be lost. There'd be no job cuts in an independent Scotland for STV. Does he understand how businesses work? Does he understand that profits have to be made? Does he understand that there's only so much money, and if you're not making enough, then you can't pay the people, so you have to get rid of them? Or does he not understand that? Well, of course he doesn't understand that. He's an SNP politician. They don't understand anything. Now, I'll grant you that politicians have, from all parties in fact, have been moaning at the job losses by STV, all planned, including news shows being cancelled and things. About 60 jobs will go. But the bosses said that this is based on rising costs and falling profits. You know, the same as every other business has to deal with. And all news being broadcast instead, from Glasgow, they said, because they've got these regional things and there's all these costs. And they're saying, look, we can't maintain the costs. We're not earning enough. We don't get enough money in. These jobs have to go. What's the alternative? The problem that they have, of course, is that things in Scotland are very expensive. So you have to pay more for people to do the job. Now, with national insurance going up, of course, for employers, that will have been a hit on STV. But also it means that the workers there were going to ask for bigger pay rises, aren't getting them. And so there might be industrial action, or the cost of living is increasing because of high taxation, etc. There's all sorts of reasons, inflationary reasons, why people want more money, but they haven't got the money to pay them. And so in order to give the people who continue to work enough money to live on, they have to fire some people. That's the way of the world. It's not great. But Seamus Logan, the genius that is Seamus Logan, has come up with the bestest cure ever. He says if Scotland was independent, those job losses wouldn't happen. There you go. Yay. If the UK was broken up, STV would make far more money. Yay. Or something. He can't explain how this is happening because stupid. And he doesn't know how television runs because stupid. He doesn't understand economics or taxes, profit, anything. But he's dead sure if we have independence, those jobs won't be lost. Yay. And they're going to end child poverty. Yay. And cheaper energy bills. Yay. The man's a bell end, isn't he? You're getting rid of your cheapest form of energy, oil and gas, and you're putting in the most expensive, windy mills and sunshine, which is great in Scotland where you don't get any sunshine and where the wind is often either not enough or too much. It's never in the Goldilocks zone, is it? Or very rarely. And indeed, Scotland still gets most of its energy from abroad. If it was an independent Scotland, that would be. But there's no evidence for these claims of man living in cloud cuckoo land where they don't have windmills. But he said that with no Ofcom, then they'd be able to set their own programming, build their own costs. Yes, but people still need paying, you bellend. Seamus Logan, please, how on earth did you become an MP? You must be the MP for the stupidest constituency in Scotland. Anyway, there we go. Dumb people, voting in dumb people. Thanks very much. Take care. Goodbye.